Hello, my beautiful YouTube family. Last we left off, truly, we started the green room and started to frame it out, and it's just kind of a bunch of 2x4s right now. So now we're gonna move forward and make the windows and kind of bring this room to life. Aaron had some alder on hand, which I've never worked with before, and I quickly fell in love with. So he went and ripped that down because essentially we're gonna wrap the inside of those boxes with alder, and then we're gonna make little trim pieces to butt up those windows against and like kind of close in. All of these steps are pretty repetitive because we're making 9 of the same thing, right? But what you got to start with is just processing, sanding down, and oiling the material. And what we're doing here is just hand sanding all of the pieces as Aaron continues to cut the alder down that he just ripped on the table saw to the size of the framing. Name of the game for a minute, you know, reduce, recycle, or use. So when I built this wall, this is out of new and old 2x4s. We needed to belt sand it to be even because we were gonna use a 1/2 inch spacer to make sure that that alder that we're throwing in the frame is correctly spaced 1/2 inch on each side. So when we add this siding, it fits in between nice and flush. Now, what you can't see from my perspective on the other side is I have a 1/2 inch block that I am ensuring the alder is lining up with before Aaron is tacking it into place. Truly, you can wrap like where your window's going in with any material that you'd like. We just wanted to choose something other than burnt material because we are trying to move away from that. You have seen us torch and scrape enough so far. All in all, first round to just case those boxes, there's 24 pieces of alder that we put in. And before we moved on to adding the trim, Aaron has been showing me this more natural finish, which is milk paint. I will link it down below for you guys. So we decided to brush that on to really make the alder pop. And it makes such a big difference. It's kind of nutty and it's lovely to work with because it's way more watery. It's not oily, it's not gunky, doesn't build up all crazy. It's lovely to work with. I wanted to take a quick second to tell you guys about today's sponsor who we've actually partnered up with before, Negative. I'm wearing, oh, hummingbird outside the window. I am wearing their whipped line. I've like settled into their lounge line and I am obsessed. Negative is a New York-based brand redefining everyday intimates through comfort, simplicity, and thoughtful design. I have moved into their loungewear, specifically their whipped collection, and I need one of everything. Legitimately, whenever I'm relaxing, you can find me in nothing else. It's so comfortable. At Negative, every stitch, strap, and seam is designed with real people in mind, how they feel, how they move, and how they live. And genuinely, I cannot recommend the whipped line enough because at the end of a very long day, I am looking forward to putting these on and going in full relaxo mode. If you guys are interested in adding Negative to your closet, I highly recommend clicking the link below or scanning the QR code that's popping up on screen and checking it out today. Day 2 consisted of just seeing how many windows we can get in. Again, this was my first time, at least, doing anything like this, so it was a little nerve-wracking because I framed out these boxes for old pieces of glass that had fallen out of a very old window, and some of the pieces we needed to cut, which I haven't done in a minute. We cut a channel piece down on the table saw so it has like a little gap in between the middle of it where the window slides in, and then the top of the window is pressing against 3 pieces of trim, and then we're going to be closing that in with 4 more pieces. So in total, just for these 6 windows that we're about to do, there's 48 pieces of tiny little alder that we need to install while not hitting the glass of the window. For this day, we didn't really mess with cutting glass down. We just worked with and cleaned up the pieces, like I said, that I framed them out for that were already the right size. We kind of just wanted to have a win. Nerve-wracking part wasn't cutting the glass through this process. It was installing and then watching Aaron carefully, nail gun the tiniest pieces of trim into the sides that we just installed and not hitting the glass and shattering it. Now, is this the way to build windows for your home? Absolutely not. But is this going to suffice for the greenhouse? Absolutely. For the remainder of the greenhouse, those are all going to be full recycled windows, but for this custom portion, we really did have to build custom windows, and I am pretty shocked at how it was turning out. Day 3 was all about tackling those windows we were avoiding that we needed to cut down. And for some reason, every time I recorded, a cut went wrong, a glass shattered, and we lost like 4 pieces. But once we got the hang of it, just doing one cut along the glass and breaking it, we moved pretty quickly. Originally, we were just going to make those 6 windows, but at the end of day 2, we were kind of looking at where we just put in the glass right there on the left-hand side. And I was like, oh my gosh, we're about to close this up. And Aaron's like, I think we need to do windows. So we busted through that morning and cut out alder and trim pieces for 3 more windows. So in total, we are doing 9 windows. Oh my gosh, it's getting hot out there. Holy moly, making your windows is so nerve-wracking. But now that we're through the hardest part, I'm gonna move on to creating the opening that's gonna look into the extension of the greenhouse and also be like the area that we're gonna have a little work table in there and start to figure out electrical, while Aaron is custom making some corner shelves so we can hang some of our first propagations that we did together off a local Facebook marketplace find. This opening is going to be fun enough, is going to be looking into Gracie's stable currently. But when we kind of push the horses back a little bit so we can extend the greenhouse on the back out a little bit and continue that wall, this hole will be kind of looking directly into the greenhouse, probably on our flower wall. We're not quite sure how we're going to lay out all the plants, but you're going to be looking out to absolute gorgeousness, and it's just going to add more ventilation and airflow, which we love. Keep in mind too, like what you're looking into is going to be closed off with that stained glass door. We just kind of got to work our way from the out to the in, and this is going to be the only room, like closed off room in this entire huge greenhouse. So I didn't want it to feel stuffy. We, of course, burnt some plywood down and scraped it, and then we're just going to cut that down to size to trim out the 2x4s that you can see on the interior around the altar. We popped in the shelves that Erin had cut down and made for these corners and kind of wrapped around them as we went. And it makes such a huge difference. It's insane. Like right now, they're gonna be some aloe that we propagated, but eventually, like we're gonna move those aloe out, plant them into our property, and then kind of replace them with the plants that aren't able to thrive out here, because we're going to have a green room that can make them survive and thrive. As I mentioned, Erin found this aloe off of Facebook Marketplace and went to pick it up, and it came in this pot. Obviously, there was a million in there. So we spent some time taking them out and like literally separating them individually to see how many were just in this one pot, and there were 69 of them. Absolutely insane. Right as we put the first aloe in the like glass corner, we were just kind of like, what did we just do? It looked like a high-end gardening center, and it's not even done yet. I truly feel like this was one of the most challenging parts of the project. And I told Aaron too, like moving forward, it's fun because I can almost like reference what we did since we figured it out for anything else I might have an issue with, whether it be trim or framing with alder or how we are going to go about that. I know that this has been like a couple episode series, but it's going to wrap up pretty quickly, this green room. The greenhouse, now that's going to be a couple of months, but that is okay because we have other projects to do in the meantime alongside that.
Oh my
Pretty insane to literally not have this corner existing to now having 9 windows in it and the start and like reality actually happening of the green room in the greenhouse. Thank you guys so much for just being here and showing up all the time for me. I really appreciate it. I'm excited to kind of be able to move more ground this coming week, and I will see you soon for another DIY.